Hi, I'm Hayden.
And I'm Anna.
And together we're the Touring Sharps. We're embarking on a 18 months to 2 year lap of Australia that we're calling the Real Lap. And what that entails for us is we're travelling in a car that we built ourselves and a van that we purchased, and we're going to be exploring Australia but on a budget, showing you what that really entails and being open and honest with each week on how we go and how we go with the budget and everything like that. So yeah, if you enjoy that and want to follow along with a young couple that's travelling, I know there's a lot of us out there, but I hope that this is the point of difference between everyone else and us. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video and follow along. We'll get into a tour of a car and show you around. It's a 2015 pre-DPF 200 Series Land Cruiser. We got it second hand. Basically everything that you see we've done to the vehicle ourselves. The only thing we haven't done ourselves is the bull bar and the winch and the suspension upgrade. Everything else has been fitted either at home or at my workplace. So it has the 4.5 litre V8 twin turbo diesel on it. It's been fitted up with a Safari MX snorkel just to let the big girl breathe a little bit better, and also for any of those river crossings and stuff like that, just to keep the water out of the inbox as they do have dusting issues. We still run the standard intake and filter combo. Look, a lot of people say that's incorrect, but having done dusty roads and everything like that, and with the age of the vehicle and the amount of kilometres on the vehicle, and being that it was second hand when we purchased it, if the damage was to be done, it would have been done before we owned it. So we run the standard Toyota airbox and the standard air filter, just for ease of servicing and stuff like that. We've kept the dual batteries up front that come standard with the car. They're both starting batteries as such, and then all our accessories are run to the rear of the vehicle off them. Up front we have a Ironman deluxe bar. That is then fitted with a 12,000 pound Ironman winch for those situations where you need a little bit more recovery power and everything like that. We also have the GME UHF fitted to the vehicle and a set of spotties as well, just for ultimate visibility. And then on the side we've got a set of clear views just for the towing. Outback Tourers 270 degree awning. It's a freestanding one. Nice and easy to use and set up. On top we have a ARB base rack that's fitted with the wind deflector. It is such an amazing piece of gear. There's no road noise from it, which is amazing compared to say a Rhino rack or another rack similar. It's just top quality. I really love it, just of the dovetail system that they have in place, and also the accessories that you can get fitted to them as well. Righto, so up front we've got a set of fuel 18x9 rims matched onto a set of Mickey Thompson Barger bosses. We stuck with a 285/65 just to try and keep some of that original performance of the vehicle, just based off how heavy we are, and also the availability of tyres. If something is to happen while we're travelling around the country, it's a lot easier to find a standard size than it is to try and find a larger size. We also have a Old Man Emu BP 51 suspension system throughout the vehicle. It has a 2-inch lift. It would have been really nice for a 3 or a 4, but a 2 inch is just practical and is more user friendly. It's got a 4015 GVM upgrade in it to allow us to have the van and also the car at the weights and everything that we were requiring for the trip. It also has a set of airbags in the rear springs just for comfort, so that with our 400 constants we can let the air out of those airbags and make the travel without the van a little bit more comfortable. Yes, it was expensive, but being one of the most important parts of your vehicle, we thought it was worthwhile spending that money, that little extra money to get the BP51s, especially with the remote res, being able to tune them and to get them to the comfortability and the ride quality that we were after. So in the rear, for our rear setup, we've got a half Forby's fit out drawer. It's been slightly modified to accommodate the upright fridge that we're running. We found an upright fridge just to be a little bit more suited for our travels and full-time travelling. It came fitted with a 40 litre slide, but we just didn't think that was going to be big enough, so we went with a King's 85 litre fridge. Teamed that with the door organiser from Explore Life, and it is just such a perfect and versatile piece of equipment in the back of the car. We also have the hardcore 12 volt distribution box in the back here for all your USBs and stuff like that, cigarette lighter output, and that's really handy for the lights that we have in the awning as well. In terms of 12 volt system, we sort of kept it pretty standard and small. So we're running a 120 amp hour lithium battery, no inverters, anything like that. We felt like we didn't need it at this stage in our touring. Whether or not it's something we might add later on, we're not so sure yet. But one cool feature we do have with this system is what we call the bar. So being a cabinet maker by trade, just had to sort of bring a little bit of home with me. It's a custom teak deck that I've made and we bring along, and it's just sort of a little statement piece that you have for the back of your car and gets people talking in caravan parks. That's what it does do. So we've kept the interior of the car clean and simple. We run the HEMA up there for ease of use and also visibility for both of us while we're driving and that, so we can keep an eye on the maps and also on the road. We have just a phone holder mount there so that we can have our CarPlay and everything like that throughout the car. And then over here we have the ARB Link system. So that allows us to control the air suspension. It also gives us some different gauges in terms of, we've got an inclinometer for our pitch and our roll. And then we also have it for our air compressor as well. So this allows us to pump up our tyres without having to have a gauge and everything like that. We can set the target pressure, connect the air hose on, and it will either let them down or pump them up to suit. And all my switching for both sets of spotlights and the light bar up on the roof are controlled through this. It's a really good system. I like it. It cleans everything up so you don't have 1,000 switches everywhere. You just have one central command point for everything in the vehicle. And it also is really good being digital too. You have accurate displays instantaneously.
Alright, that's a wrap for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out our setup and what we've been working on. Last week we travelled from Brisbane to Goondiwindi, staying with family, and this is our second week here. We have covered a total of 958 kilometres travelling here and travelling into town and back to the property we're staying on. On Monday we leave to travel to Dubbo. As you can see on the screen, we spent $211 on groceries, $227 on fuel, and $699 on the service for our vehicle. The total for the past 2 weeks comes to $1,183.76. We will keep tracking everything so you guys can see our expenses and how much we spend. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions or opinions on what we have done or what we could do differently. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss next week's update. We've got some exciting things coming, so stay tuned.